Welcome to the campfire. Today, I'm going back to a game that we played well at the beginning of this channel. The Long Dark. I woke up this morning, was going to do Oblivion, spent all day thinking like, okay, I just need to do this, I need to do that. Then I realized, I don't want to play Oblivion right now. I kind of want to play The Long Dark. So this is what we're going to do today. So this is... it's been a long time. They've added misery mode. I have not played misery mode. I'm competent at interloper if I'm not recording. Because what people don't seem to understand is that when you're recording, your brain is not entirely on the game. Your brain is split between what you're doing and everything else. So I'm just going to, let's see here. Do I just want to randomize it? Or do I want to start somewhere specific? You know what? Let's start in Desolation Point. I'm gonna do Astrid and this. No. Oh, right. Y button for that. Booksmart or... Yeah, let's... Oh, hey, yeah, that's right. I get 3. Forgot about that. Alright, so I'm gonna leave the Cougar enabled. I don't necessarily like it. The Cougar is a pain in the backside, and unless you're really good at this game, you are not dodging it. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not that good at this game, especially since it's been about a year since I've played. Let's just do that. That way I know which one I'm playing, because I probably will start up one on my own. He knelt among the shadows and felt his isolation bitterly. They were savages, it was true, but they were human. This is Desolation Point? Yes, it is. Okay. At least I kind of remember where the maps are and how they're laid out. Because this is the church. Yeah. Well, as I turn and look at the church, this is the church. Yes, it is. So from here, we'll probably want to go to the lighthouse, because it is closer and more likely to find some clothing there. I wanted to come here for the stones. Come on. Oh, there's a bedroll here. Right. Oh yeah, because we're on Stalker, not Interloper, where... Yeah. That makes sense. I can be a little bit more forgiving with loot placements and items to pick up. Places like this are actually going to have stuff. There we go. It's just figuring out which button's which again. Right. Let's toss that on. Got nothing else. Okay. At least we're more or less covered. It's going to be a little warmer than Interloper would be at start. Fair. What's that? It's a rifle bullet. Okay. And then... So we've got the bedroll, which will allow us to sleep just about anywhere. To be fair, that is still a lucky drop. This early in. I'm not going to complain about it because I definitely need it. It's the one thing that I always search for the most, and right away, even in Interloper, is the bedroll, because that way you don't have to be resolved to sleeping indoors somewhere. Or finding a car. You can find anywhere warm enough and just lay down. Alright, so there's a rabbit there, but we don't need the rabbit yet. I should have gone... Yeah. Alright. So, lighthouse it is. Yes. I was just concerned that there was going to be a wolf right there, but there wasn't. There's a wolf down there, so we're not going that way at the moment. There's a wolf right there, though. Yep. That's Crouch. Alright, well, we're going back the other way then, I guess. We're gonna go up and around. He's leaving us be, so we're good there. We'll go through the mines then instead. The Mines of Moria. I mean, heck, I think this is Mine Tunnel 5? Is that the name of it? I'm not sure. I'm sure there's something somewhere to tell me that name and I'd... Oh, hey, the entrance is right here. The thing I kept looking back for, like, there's supposed to be something there. It's been in mine, but I thought this was number 5. Yep, number 5. We're not going to be able to see through this. You guys might be able to, just because of the way the filtering works through OBS. Yeah, because I can look on my right monitor and actually see through the cave. My screen? I can't see. That screen? I can. And now I can't. Do we have anything for lighting? We have a flare, and that's it. Do we have any way to make a torch? Don't believe so. That's all not the things I was thinking of. Not this way. Okay, can I make a fire in here? Nope. Alright. We could do the flare. We're more than likely going to find a few on our run anyways. And I didn't realize that we started with a flare, so that becomes a different question. Do I just want to go back out there and potentially deal with the wolf? Why not? We're not too cold at the moment. So we can go this way and go around where that wolf is anyways. Which is going to be awesome. Just avoid that little guy. The little not so friendly pupperino. And what's funny is, in reality, a wolf would only be that aggressive if it was starving, or if it was rabid, you know, or some other distemperament. There's a few other situations in which, but it wouldn't just be out of pocket like this. Wolves tend to more avoid human interaction in the wild. Just kind of how it is, and being this aggressive, I mean, yes, I'm aware that the devs have already stated they know this, they understand, they did it for the vine, I guess, or more or less just because they needed some kind of adversary. And they are just protecting. Oh, where is it? I don't think it was coming for us. I think we got lucky there, and it wasn't coming for us. We need to get out of this cold. So we need to move towards the lighthouse, which was the plan in the first place. keep my head on that swivel. Keep away from the edges. It's down over there. The wolves are. And this is getting loud. And once we get inside, I'm gonna adjust this. It's getting louder than I thought it would be. Yes, Astrid, I'm aware. Let's just move quickly. Alright. Blizzard right on startup is not fun. Not ideal at all. Alright. Oh, that was fun. Alright, now drop the volume a little bit. Shouldn't be nearly as loud when we step back out into a blizzard for one reason or another. Come on. Anything of value would be great. Ooh, some socks. They're not amazing, but they'll work. And these, 0.1 degree. They can always be repaired. Got matches off to our left. I'm gonna do that for a while, and I know it. Alright, so these are slightly better for now. Candy bar. Alright, we got firewood, so we could start a fire if we need to. Want to. Let's check out the rest of the place first. Another book. So already we can look at leaving some supplies here as needed. Carrying all this probably isn't going to happen. Keep hearing my mobile ring, get excited every time, but it's just as dead as always. Sean wouldn't wake up, yeah. Yeah, people would not survive long in this situation, on average. I mean, I think people would have survived a lot better than the devs think, which is why the sequel is coming out, which has multiplayer. And that'll be interesting. I will probably play Black Frost. Probably played about as much as I played this game. Which, before I had started YouTube, I did play this quite a lot. Just not on PC. I played it on the PlayStation. Because then I could sit over in a very comfortable chair and just play. With recording, I kind of wanted to be able to sit here and observe, you know, the metrics and what's going on with the recordings. Alright, so we're gonna have to sit here and chill out. Warm up a little bit. Maybe we can avoid the worst of the weather. Not the ideal way to start. But it could be worse. And we do have a little bit of food. We can make water. That would give us that to start. All things considered, we even have some decent clothing. Yeah. I know the wool scarf is technically better, but it doesn't make sense that as damaged as it is, that it's as good as it is. Let's waste up these cardboard ones. I don't like feeling like I'm wasting them, but what do you do? Well, it might just work. 60% of the time it works every time. There. And we can make some water. We can warm up. Which is going to be awesome. Alright. This is just what we're doing. At least for a little bit here. Alright, we've got a fair amount of water. Another thing I want to do is just make a couple torches so that we have an easier time lighting a fire next time. Ooh, that one's actually really good. That one's pretty good too. Alright. And if I remember right, I mean, this is probably still a blizzard. Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere in this. But I do want to check... Where is it? Up here? Yeah. Is it over this way? I don't see anything on the ground there, 'cause sometimes a knife spawns somewhere in that area. Maybe it's over this way. Nope, that's the... Alright, so maybe it was up here, but I don't see it. Sometimes there's a body here with a knife on it, which was worth checking out. What we'll do instead is we're going to spend the night here. Don't need to worry about eating at the moment. Come on. Let me go up the stairs. There we go. There's the bed. So let's drink some water. Make sure that we've got enough calories if we eat this. This will put us at top up the water because we ate the chips, but dried us out a little bit. Yeah, that'll give us more than enough calories to get through the night. Probably didn't even need to bother eating the chips. What time is it? Oh, now we've got to wait a little longer. Because we're not in a great position to just sit outside. Well, we make it to the Riken really quickly. Then we're back to sitting in the dark. So no matter which way we go, we're kind of not in an ideal position. Yep. Where's the door out? Okay, so that's the medicine cabinet, that's the leave. Got it. Alright. So I guess we just pass another hour or two till the sun starts to come up. There we go. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We don't need to worry about food at the moment. Sun came up. Not yet. It's still a blizzard. Would not be ideal for trying to see, but... What about... It is still insanely dark in here. Oh, now I can kind of see things. Good. Alright, let's just sleep it off another... Just trying to get out of this blizzard. Maybe we can finally go for a walk. Alright. Don't have a blizzard. Yes, I understand that that's kind of a risky maneuver here. Alright. We're gonna head over to the Riken. I think it's pronounced Riken. Then there's underneath... So we go to Riken, Hibernia, and then swing by on our way back by the bridge, underside. There might be a magnifying glass there. Then we go over to the overlook on the left side and take a look for, there can be a bow there. There can also be a hatchet way over there. I don't see any wolves, so we're good on that end. You know, it's clear right at this moment. Maybe I should take a look at this while I've got the opportunity and there are no wolves here. Partially because of the blizzard, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, there could be a wolf or a moose up there. And coming down here, they'll just come charging down, but it's a risk I was going to have to take either which way. Yep. It's a moose. I can hear it. That is the sound of the moose getting agitated. Pry bar, that. Can I check out the body? Yes. And nothing directly in the car. Let's get out of here before that moose comes down here. And he is probably working his way down right now. Something to keep in mind. Let's get out of here. Because I know I can dodge the moose at least once, but I'm not that good at it. To do a protracted confrontation with a moose unarmed. And we're almost to the Ricken anyways, so it doesn't matter that we're cold. We'll be fine. We'll get through this, Astrid. We'll get through this. I mean, this game is still beautiful. And here we go. We're now in the ship and should be a little warmer, except for we're not. Good to know. Okay. The wall toque? Is that what it's called? Hey, we got the thermos. Thermos is handy. Or insulated flask. Whichever way you want to pronounce it. Bow and arrow book. Like I said, it's kind of weird. You guys can see far better than I can in these dark areas. Not a lot better. I mean, once it hits actual darkness, well, then we're both blind. Ooh, orange soda. Who loves orange soda? I love orange soda. And I'm sure all of like 2 people know where that's from at this point. Because, God, am I old. Let's see, anything else? Simple tools, we can take those for now. Coal. Yes. Furnace, some scrap metal, book. And anything else of note? Some coal. We will take that with us. Alright. So we need to warm up. I don't think we warm up here. No. Alright, so let's start taking a look at the clothing. Did we get anything worth? Yes. Those warm us up a little bit. Still nothing extra there. Just barely warm. Ooh, fisherman's sweater. Yes, please. That will be very helpful. No, put those away. Thank you. And can opener. Huh. I keep almost forgetting that I'm playing Stalker instead of any, interloper. Thankfully, the game keeps reminding me, like, hey, you are on slightly easier mode. Though it's arguable whether it's easier or not, because interloper, yes, you don't have firearms, and yes, you don't have any of the manufactured tools, with the exception of hacksaw and hammer. The benefit is the wolves are less and less aggressive. So there is a slight trade-off there. Interloper is, I guess, probably overall harder. But you do have to deal with some more aggression from the wildlife on Stalker. The actual, difficulty of Interloper, though, is not having firearms and not having the tools. This is fair. Not saying that, people who play Interloper are whiny little babies who can't handle Stalker. No. Clearly Interloper is harder. Just Stalker comes with its own issues. Don't get me wrong. That's all. Let's utilize this to store some things that we don't necessarily need to bring with us, like a second bedroll, and put down some of this coal. What else? What else? Probably put down the simple tool. Yeah, put down the simple tools. Leave 2 torches here. Got some matches. Let's leave the cardboard matches here. And that puts us at a decent weight. And I am going to do this. Add notes. Desolation point. Ricken. Coal. Torches. Simple tools. I just had it. Bedroll. There we go. Okay. We're still having to wait to warm up. We can drink... Let's drink the soda. Get some calories along with that liquid. And the chocolate bar. Get some calories in us. We're on Stalker, not Interloper, so holding on to food is going to be less of a necessity. Still a little important, but not as. And I think I'm going to wait for 1 hour to let us warm up a little bit here. Then we'll head to Hibernia. If I wait too long, the weather will shift and that could lead us into problems. We also have a lot of health at the moment, which is a resource we can manage as well. So letting us go and get a little further and maybe find more food, more supplies. And I think Hibernia may be a little bit warmer than the Ricken as well. So hanging out there will be a little bit easier if we have to wait some time. This is the trailers on both sides. There's a lot to look through. Could be a fair amount of supplies. Just makes sense to come here for instead of sitting around. Like, yeah, we just found an MRE. That is a fair amount of a boost to our supplies. And then we just go in this door. There, didn't even lose any health. Let's take a look. What is available here? Is that... No, that's a door handle. Nothing in there. Revolver ammunition. Oh, if we could get a revolver, that would help us a lot. Not as much as the rifle, but there's always an opportunity to find it. Let's see, anything... Don't see anything in here. Come on, let me stand back up. Okay. Just had to cough there and didn't want to cough in anybody's face. Or, I suppose, ears. Huh. I have to crouch now. They must have moved some of these frames a little bit in an update. Small arms book. Some good running shoes. Matches. So we've got plenty of matches. Don't have to be shy about lighting any fires for a while. Slightly better. Accelerant. What's in this locker, if anything? Ooh. Is that gonna be better? Yes and no? It's better in temperature. Less in wind insulation. Anything here? Got another soda. Anything in the corner? No. Alright, so we should be... And that's just about everything in this room. For the moment. We're a quarter heat. Ooh. Oh, that's a broken door. That's why I didn't pick it up before. Come on. Another thing to light fires with. Alright. We can get to the next room to look at. Let's see what's over on this side in this other trailer. Especially with the sprinting buff that we get from our feats that we chose. Probably not the worst idea to go sprinting between buildings like that. Okay. Now this one's in better condition at the moment. And better stats. So we'll take that. Another soda. Ooh, tin of coffee, so we can make coffee later if we need to. Especially when we decide on our base of operations. Which I'm thinking I'm going to do, like I always end up doing, Mystery Lake as my main base. Where in Mystery Lake is still up in the air, but I almost always end up doing Mystery Lake. I love the area. We're gonna go to the memento cache, which is not on this side. It's on this side. Pretty sure. No. No, it's not. Alright. Of course, I convince myself it's on the wrong side, and I do it every time. It's just marine flares and a couple flare shells this time. Alright. It's not a bad set to get. The one in Mystery Lake is often MREs, which would be slightly better. Yeah, I'm sure you would, lady. Car battery, let's not worry about that. Oh, this is so slow. Why did I go this way? You can modify this place? Yeah? Yeah, you can. Okay. Huh. Well, cool. Maybe we'll turn this into a base at some point. There's a hacksaw below me. Sewing kit. Alright, so we got the hacksaw. It's not a bad tool to have. Just gonna check the ground floor first. Nothing back there. Yeah, there's a backpack, but is it worth spending 6 hours to dig to? That's a different question. Check out back here. I think they added more cinder blocks. 'Cause I don't remember some of these. What is... Okay, it's 2 pieces of firewood lined together. A hammer. So we got the hammer. That is handy. There's another car battery here. Let's go climbing up here. Alright, so there's a cup of coffee. Tin of sardines. That's nothing. Okay. It's MRE wrappers. I was like, oh hey, we got MREs here. No, we don't. More revolver cartridges. If we ever find a revolver, that'll be... You know, we'll have everything we'll ever need to shoot it with. More food. So I was right to come here and risk losing any health over it. At least. Then we'll go back downstairs and finish out looting the rest of the building. This is not a base you start in, but this is a place you could make into a base. If you wanted to. Make another fire if we need to. We got all the... Plenty of stuff to heat us up. Wires. Flat sand or river stone. 3 inches in width, at least 6 inches long is ideal for sharpening your blade, axe or knife. You will want to lubricate the surface with water to keep the filings in suspension, and your work will go faster. When no light is visible along the cutting edge, you've reached your marks. Drop along a piece of leather for final honing. Yeah. That is not the worst way if you've got to improvise a whetstone. Kind of want to use a softer stone, I think. If I remember right. I mean, it's been years since I ever did any blacksmithing at this point. So I can't remember if you want to use sandstone or, you know, a softer stone, or if it's actually you want a harder stone. Oh, so that was 34. We need to sprint back up there, and then... Was it 35? It was 35, okay. Back down to... Come on. Any second now. 56. Alright, keep that in mind in case I screw this up. It's gonna be... I mean, clearly it's gonna be closer to 35 than not. So there's really not a whole lot of space left to go. Right there. And remember to hold the button so I don't waste time. Cash, book. Oh, that... wasn't worth a whole lot, but it was worth something. It would be kind of cool to turn this place into a base, the more I look at it. But not really a time to do that. Not when we've just started. Military coat. Well, that makes us really warm. There's another book on the table. We can leave that here for now. Don't go falling through that. Matches of the cardboard variety, so not good matches. There's another sweatshirt. Ooh, thick wool sweater. Alright, we are almost warm enough, I think, to just survive outside easily. Which, you know, not the end of the world. It's nice to just have a nice chill run in this game every now and then. Bunch of salt. We're gonna have to offload some stuff here. We'll offload things and make a note of it, and then come back later for it. There's just no way we're carrying all this. So we'll do this spot. Alright. Then let's put 2 of those down. Put 10 of these down. And from there, we're gonna drop some of this extra clothing. Ragged, yeah, because we got wool socks, which are better by far. And what else do we got here that we want to drop? The dusting sulfur. Let's put down some scrap metal. How did we get so much heavier? We need to carry the tools with us. That's not even a question. What else can we drop here? Let's put a couple flares away. What else do we got? What weighs a lot here? I suppose, yeah, our clothing is the heaviest object we got. Yes, yes, I understand. You are hungry. When aren't you? Let's put down a couple books. Some cash. And we're getting closer to the weight limit. But I don't want to toss any of the tools out. Suppose we could leave the hammer behind, but the hacksaw is almost as important as everything else in our list here. We may just suffer being a little overburdened and try to get to where we're actually going to base out of. Because that's, I mean, at this point I don't want to leave too many things behind that are important to have on hand. I wanted to start here simply so that we were in a zone that I am very familiar with for warming up and getting, you know, on the road. I wasn't expecting to have all this extra stuff here. Okay, let's finish this place up. Get through here. Ooh, another revolver cartridge. And more beef jerky. So at this point we could probably also drop some food off in that container to drop us a little bit in weight. Plenty of wood around here for fuel as needed. Spare flare. And there's a revolver. Okay. Well, fending off wolves just became easier, and hunting just became a little easier. Nice emergency stim. We've got 2 of those. Like I said, I think I'm going to try and keep as much as we can on us for this. And get us to Mystery Lake. If just so that we don't have to come back for too much. More lantern fuel. I checked these already. Alright. So let's go over here. Food. Let's drop a couple of items in here just so that we have spare food here. Ah, yes. Let's drop the salt. The salt that was putting us super over the weight limit. There we go. Then I'm going to make a note of what... Okay. Let's make another note here. DP, Hibernia. So we left wood, clothes, books, matches. I think that was more or less the important things to note. So we can head on towards the mines. So we're pretty up on our weight, or on our food. We're good. We're good on temperature. There we go. That's... I don't know why I couldn't say what I wanted to say there, but I just couldn't say it. Did I just screw us up? No, I did get out of there. Okay. And anything in here of any worth or note? No. Jerry can. We can carry that for now. We can always dump more oil in there at some point. I don't think... Does it still not let you, like, consolidate things? Yeah, no. It doesn't let you consolidate. But if you cook fish with one of those in your inventory, it will let you fill into that can as you go. Anything visible? Oh, there's... maybe? And it's a cloth. Still. Something. Let's take a look in here. Nothing. Rifle cartridge. Stem and a sewing kit. We're good there. And standing in there is warm. That is fascinating. I'm not just gonna wield that, I'm gonna pull out the stones. Because stones are gonna be far more useful here. I wanna save bullets unless we have to use them. We'll go through this cave. Or mine. A mine! Yes. And there we go. No wolves. We're good. Starting to warm up to a lot higher than I thought it would. Okay, let's pull out a torch. I'm not as familiar here. There we go. Gotten more aware. I don't waste my torches by clicking and then, yeah, poorly lighting them. Yes, I know our pack is getting heavy. We'll reach the next staging point, which will be the Quonset. Another revolver? This one's 70. What's the other? Oh, yeah. Let's unload. We're gonna... Yeah, we got 3 bullets already in that one, so we're good. We'll get to Quonset and unload again. That's the next staging point, or regional outpost that I want to use. That'll be a good stopping point, a good stay. Where, if we're in the area, that's where we're stopping, is Quonset. More coal. Some regular wood, but not going to use that for any time soon. This is the halfway mark. No, this is not the halfway mark. This is all the way in. Okay. I could swear they've changed how some of this place looks. Like, we didn't even see those gloves. Alright. We'll get out here. See if we can get to... Is this the... Yeah, this is the way up. Sort of. Nope, can't go that way. Alright, I thought I could go up and over that way, but it's not letting me. I did think about going that way. Yeah. Alright. That's fair. Should go up and around to check out that area. And I remember there was a wolf over here, but maybe we'll be lucky and it's gone. And we're not hurting for resources. We're not hurting for heat. We just need to survive getting over there. And not let ourselves be overtaken by a wolf. Let's finish loading this up. Yeah, so this is one way over here. Got it. The rabbitses. Cute little bunny rabbits. It's just a tree limb. We don't need to break that down at the moment. So, and this is the... I think this is the clearing that I was looking for. I don't think there's any wolves up here. So this is a spot that we're relatively safe. Yeah, the secluded corner. And if there is anything that spawned here, it'll be over on this side, I think. Yeah, because there's no cave up there. There's the deer. We can harvest this. Oh, yeah, we got a bow. And a tin can. Survival bow, simple arrow. There's a book and some crackers. We're getting heavy again. We'll take the feathers. Take the broken arrow. That's good. That's good. Handy all around. Let's eat. Yeah. Let's eat a couple things. That one's the risky maneuver. Really risky would be eating the tin of sardines, to be fair. Maple branch. So we can utilize that later to make another bow. And having multiple weapons is not the end of the world here. Then we can just dilly-goat our way down. It's not the safest method, but it does work. It just works. We get here, go over to this, and then there. Let's get up to the mine, which is this way. The mine between the connection point between Desolation and oh, what's the other one? Crumbling Highway? Or Coastal Highway? Sashi, stop. My cat has come to say hello. I don't think you can hear her purring. Hey, 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 quit it with the microphone, you. Come on. She enjoys hopping up here occasionally. I don't think she realizes I'm recording, or cares, more precisely. She just wants love and attention. Yes, she does. Yeah. You're a good kitty. You are a good void. Yes. Oh, I should probably pay attention more to where I'm walking. But, thank you for joining me here by the campfire. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, witty remarks, recommendations, and suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to. Check out the Discord if you want to as well. It's, yeah, where we post memes, video ideas, suggestions to improve everything, and discuss the current playthroughs. And as always, have a wonderful day.